The Brooklyn Nets right now are by far the hottest NBA team, and basically they're the hottest basketball team, for that matter, in the world right now. Ever since the firing of Steve Nash and the hiring of Jacques Vaughn, this team has been on another level. Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving have just been out of this world. KD just having another KD year, and then Kyrie, despite the fact that he's missed some games, is still having an insane year as well. Like I said, Jacques Vaughn has come in and really changed this team up. Nick Claxton is an NBA leader in field goal percentage this year and is having a really, really good year for him. TJ Warren is balling, and then Ben Simmons. You know, Ben Simmons he's Ben Simmons. So we're going to talk all about the Nets today. Make sure you stick around for the full video. Hit the like button and leave me a comment down below, as it'll really help us out in the YouTube algorithm. Now let's look at how they are hot as fish grease right now. Again, this is a Brooklyn Nets team that started 2-6. Half of their losses came in their first 8 games. Then they were 6-9, and then finally they started to get things together. They have won 11 in a row after breezing past my Charlotte Hornets last night in a game that really surprised no one. They've won 15 of their last 16 games and are now 24-12. It's kind of crazy. They are 15th in points per game this year and 7th in offensive rating, but they are not only offensive powerhouses this year, they're also very good defensively. 7th in opponents' points per game and 9th in defensive rating on the year. It looks like KD has actually taken defense a little seriously this year. Now, the best duo in the league, potentially, right now I think you got to hand it to Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. They're the two best players on the best team in the NBA right now. But KD and Kyrie have been balling as well. KD putting up 30 points and 7 rebounds a night. Really, this duo is all that the Nets have on offense. They have a few bench pieces, but they combine for 56 points per game. KD shoots at 56% from the field and 37% from 3, and there's just no stopping him. I mean, at 7 foot, he can do whatever he wants with the ball. He also averages 5.4 assists and 1.5 blocks a night. Like I said, taking defense a little more serious here in his Brooklyn days. Now, Kyrie is averaging 26 points per game and 5 rebounds a night. And like I said, even though he's missed time, even though he's been suspended, he's still coming out there on a nightly basis and balling out. Shooting at 49% from the field, 36% from 3. Both of these guys are so elite in the mid-range and finishing around the rim. And then they can also shoot it a little bit from downtown. Actually, more than a little bit. Kyrie also averages 4.7 assists and 1 block per night. Now, let's take a look at what the offseason additions are doing right now for the Nets, and that includes Edmund Sumner, Royce O'Neal, and TJ Warren. We'll start out with Tony Buckets, who's averaging 9.5 points, 3.5 rebounds, and 1.7 assists. Remember, this is a guy that can average 20 points per game on very, very efficient shooting splits, but he's just been hurt. He's only played in 11 games so far this year, and he's only playing about 19 minutes a game. So his per 36 numbers are looking really good, and he's also shooting at 54% from the field and fairly efficient from 3 as well. So look for him to get more and more minutes as he gets back up to speed. Edmund Sumner, 7 points a game, 1.5 rebounds, 1 steal. He was really brought in to be a defensive stopper alongside of all the scoring that the Nets have, and so far he's done that. 45% from the field, 29% from 3, and a steal per game in only 15 minutes. So, per 36, he's almost averaging 2.5 steals a night. Royce O'Neal has been very quietly a nice addition, 9.5 points per game, 5 rebounds and 4.2 assists. Kind of a glue guy right now in Brooklyn, doing a little bit of everything. In 35 minutes, he's shooting at 41% from the field, 43% from 3. That's an addition for the Nets that doesn't get talked about enough. Kind of taking over that Bruce Brown role, I guess you could say. Now, looking at their shooters, of course, it starts off with Ben Simmons. Just kidding. These are their 3 shooters, and man, can they really snipe away. We'll start off with Yuta Watanabe. 8 points per game, 3 rebounds in 20 minutes so far on the year. Man, he started out blistering hot from 3. 56% from the field, 52% from 3 at the current date. And man, he started out like 57% from 3 or something crazy like that. Nice low-key addition there in the offseason as well. Joe Harris, 8.5 points, 2.7 rebounds. And aside from Watanabe, Harris and Curry were not really shooting the ball that well to start the year. Now, Harris shooting at 38% from 3 and 43% from the field. So he's getting his numbers up there. But him and Curry were both like lower 30s in terms of three-point percentage. Both, however, have rebounded strongly. Curry up to a little over 8 points a night, and his percentages, like I said, have come up. 39% from three, 43% from the field. Now, right now, everything is good in Brooklyn, but there could potentially be some trouble looming, and that is all part of the whole James Harden situation. KD at 34, Kyrie at 30. Both, towards the end of their careers. They're not young by any means. I mean, they're not old, especially not Kyrie, but they're getting up there. And look at all these outgoing picks. By the year 2027, KD will be, 38? Kyrie, 34? Will they still both be in Brooklyn? I don't know. But Houston holds all of their future draft compensation in 2024. 2025, they have the rights to swap. 2026, they have their first-round pick. And in 2027, they also have the rights to swap. So this could be trouble in Brooklyn. Just something to keep an eye on down the road if they don't get like a Kyrie or KD locked up and keep him happy. Now, Nick Claxton has been an NBA leader in field goal percentage so far this year, and he's playing really well. 11.5 points, 8.5 rebounds, almost 2.5 blocks. He's really transformed into the center that the Nets desperately needed. 74% from the field in 28 minutes per game, but he's been a rim protector, a lob threat, and he's just been very good so far for this Nets team. Now, should they free Cam Thomas? 14 minutes per game for Thomas. Now, he doesn't really pass the ball that well and doesn't really play that much defense. But when he's out there and when he's getting minutes, he's definitely a bucket. 6.6 points per game, 40% from the field, 37% from three. So he's not horribly inefficient like last year. And we saw him get big minutes. He put up 35. Now, his per 36 numbers, 17 points per game, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. So maybe they need to throw this guy into the rotation before you make him mad and he goes elsewhere in free agency. The outlook for this Nets team, looking at their standings and schedule the rest of the way, Boston is 2 games ahead of them. And honestly, with the Nets being at the 11 seed about a month ago, this is crazy. They have jumped everybody, including the Bucks and the Cavs, and are the number 2 seed, currently trying to chase down the Celtics for that 1 seed. They have established themselves, again, as a contender. And the Eastern Conference is kind of shaping up a little weird with the Pacers still holding that 6th seed. Some surprises out east, but the Nets, it's been remarkable, the turnaround job that them and Jacques Vaughn have been able to pull off. Looking ahead at the rest of their schedule, man, look at all that green. They've got San Antonio tomorrow, and then they go to Chicago. So honestly, they could really extend this win streak out to at least 13 games before heading to New Orleans to face the Pelicans. If they can win that one, go take care of business in Miami, then they have a huge game against Boston at home, very winnable, and then they play Oklahoma City and San Antonio. So if everything falls right, you could be looking at an 18 or so game win streak heading on a Western Conference road trip. And I think between these two dudes, as long as they're still playing well, it is 100% possible. Jacques Vaughn has been doing a phenomenal job, and whatever the buffoonery that Steve Nash was trying to pull, he has completely reversed it, and he's got this Nets team playing very, very, very well right now. Let me know your thoughts on the Brooklyn Nets down below. That's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit the like button and leave me a comment down below as it really helps us out in the YouTube algorithm. And with all that being said, thank you so much for watching today's video.